Hey everybody, MegaMat1254 here again, your host and first panelist for this year's SCCon, the 9th installment. I cannot believe it, guys. We have made it to 9 installments of the Showrunner Community Con. I am just mind blown by that. And let me tell you guys, this is going to be the biggest SCCon we ever show you. There are so many reveals, so many big things that we're going to be showing here today that I can guarantee you none of y'all are ready for what's to come. So, without further ado, guys, let's get into the first panel starring yours truly. Alright, so to start off SCCon, we have, of course, my main flagship show, Survival of the Fittest. Now, I know you guys are probably thinking, isn't this airing right now? And while, yes it is, we still do have some small information to go over here, such as the penultimate title, The Cycle of Insanity, very ominous there, alongside the finale title is repeated infinite times. Now, there is a lot of things with these titles here that you could theorize about. There's a lot of double meanings. I'll leave it at that. Now, with that being said, here are the remaining episodes of 7B, all lined up next to each other, alongside the official runtime for episodes 13 and 14, the double event. There you have it, guys. Episode 13 is an hour and 16 minutes. Episode 14 is 55 minutes. Our first episode this season that's under an hour. Got a record there. But yeah, guys, there you have it. That is about all I can really share for Survival of the Fittest, as obviously y'all have a few weeks of this show left. It is still airing, but we still do bring you some new info alongside a brand new trailer for 7B. So, without further ado, guys, before we close out this segment of the Survival of the Fittest panel, please enjoy this world premiere. And we are back with our next part of the MegaMat1254 panel. And this right here, guys, you're probably wondering what this is. A brand new show called We Sinister Few, with a mysterious silhouette man on the front. Well, let me go into this a little bit. This is a post-dystopian story that follows a band of misfits that must survive the ranks of an oppressive system. Now, I can't really go into any details yet, aside from the big reveal here, guys. A survival of the fittest story. That is right. We have a new spin-off series joining the world of Survival of the Fittest alongside a series synopsis, which reads, in a post-dystopian society, we follow a band of misfits as they have to make their way up the ranks to survive a cruel and oppressive system. Will they manage to destroy the system that oppressed them, or will they become a part of the problem? Now, that is all I can really share right now for this show, guys, but we are in the writing stages. Things are being laid out for this story. And yeah, we have a new spin-off in the world of Survival of the Fittest. And now that all that is said and done, let us transition our way into the Sorrowful Ones section of the panel. Alright, and we are back with the Sorrowful Ones. Now, as I'm sure you all remember, at the end of last season, our crew managed to free John Whitaker from the Butcher's clutches after a brutal and gruesome war with the cartel. Now, in Season 4, we find our crew in a lower spot than they've ever been before after being brutally betrayed by Alistair Galloway and his crew. Will our characters have what it takes to fight back and claim revenge on the Galloways? Or will they keel over and face ultimate defeat against this massive threat? Well, only time will tell. But for now, guys, let's have a look at the season synopsis. The synopsis reads, when a terrible tragedy hits our characters, they must pull themselves together and choose either self-preservation or a war that could change the course of everything. Yeah, very ominous there, guys. Things are heating up, and it is going to get very dangerous for our characters. Now, on to some new character reveals. Our first new character to reveal is a doctor known as Greco. The bio reads, a doctor and a friend of the family, with a dark twist. Our second character, or should I say, pair of characters, Enzo and Giovanni. The bio reads, Enzo and Giovanni Spadaro, twin brothers who both rank at the bottom of the barrel in the crime world. The brothers must make an attempt to seize a better life for themselves. Now, all I could say about these new characters is a crazy journey definitely awaits them. A journey full of danger and risks. Now, let us move on to the screenshots of the season. In this screenshot, we appear to be seeing Charlie and Maria facing off against a crew of new characters. Who are these new people? We'll have to find out. This next shot shows us Don Harry looking out the window of his penthouse. Perhaps he's thinking of revenge. We'll have to see. This next screenshot features a crew of mystery men in masks, and one appears to be holding a baseball bat. Now, who are these people and what could they be about? Who knows? Now, for our fourth and final screenshot, we have our lead Vincent, Jacob, and Sylvie. Now, what are they doing here? We'll have to see. But guys, that is all I could share in terms of the screenshots, the characters, and the plot for the season. It's gonna be a wild ride. There's gonna be a lot of new vibes, as I'm sure you could tell. We have winter this season. That is actually a massive thing this season, is the snow, the cold. It's all a part of the vibe. It's a very cold and desperate, bitter season. But guys, that is really all I could share for Sorrowful as of now. Aside from one last thing, please check out this world premiere. Yes, you saw that right, guys. Blood Diamond is back and will be presented as a feature-length film. Now, I'm sure you all are wondering, Matt, where has Blood Diamond been? What is going on with this project? Is it canceled? Is it is it not happening? What's going on with it? Well, to put it quickly, the vision of a TV show for Blood Diamond just didn't end up working out in the end. There wasn't enough to do with it. It wasn't working out. So, we decided to make it a feature-length film. A big heist movie, full of twists and turns and crazy characters and big moments. And guys, yes, I mean it. Feature-length movie, this will be treated as such. This will be getting the 5-star treatment. And, on top of that, it will also be taking place in the world of the Sorrowful Ones. This will be in the same universe as the Sorrowful One's main show and The Wrong Man. Does that mean there could be any ties or connections or crossovers? Well, never say never. But for now, let's take a look at the film synopsis. The synopsis reads, when a local thug reunites with a long-forgotten old friend who has left that life behind, their ideologies clash as they get deeper into the crime world than they ever anticipated. The way out of this life? The score to end all scores. Now, guys, that is really all I could share about this movie for now. But, yes, Blood Diamond, it is still happening. For those of y'all still wondering, where has this project been? It is back, and it is a feature-length film being written by myself, Rowdy, and Dan's Reviews. Now, before we wrap up the Sorrowful segment, I do have a world premiere to show you. Yes, guys, Red Dawn returns to take center stage at SCCon once again, alongside a new art accompanying two mystery characters standing in the middle of the desert. Now, guys, all I can really say about this is we have a lot of more progression on Red Dawn, a lot more progress has been made, more writing has gone down, and all I'm saying, guys, is if you think you know the way this story is going to go, you have no idea. This is going to be a massive story, and I cannot wait for y'all to take the journey with me. Now, we have new character bios to go over. Yes, that is right, guys. We will officially be looking at the cast of Red Dawn, starting with Paul Traeger. The bio reads, the town favorite, Him and his friend Brixton always keep the vibes positive until their world is shaken to the core when an incident takes place in the town. Brixton, the bio reads, the best friend of Paul. Unlike his friend, however, Brixton is a lot more serious and down to business. His loyalty is questioned when an incident hits the town. April, the bio reads, the daughter of a no-nonsense sheriff. She finds herself between a rock and a hard place when a clash between the man with no name and the sheriff changes her world. And last but not least, the main protagonist of the story, the man with no name himself. The bio reads, a mysterious man who wanders upon a small town. His appearance strikes up controversy among the locals. Now, guys, that is all I could share right now for Red Dawn. But please know that myself and my co-writers are hard at work at making sure that this story is just the way we want it. Now, before I close out my panel and hand it off to my next panelist, I do have one final thing to show you. And there you have it, guys. A brand new IP from SC Entertainment. And this one is very different. This is unlike anything you've ever seen from me, guys. And all I could say about this is there's going to be a lot of mysteries, lots of retro vibes. But that is not all I have to share for this movie. As a matter of fact, we have a full film synopsis. Yes, film. Almost 500 years after the devastation of World War III, a Disney-style company owned a town that ran its own rules. When World War III hit, this town had its own protection bubble, which kept the destruction out while the rest of the world burned. Nearly 500 years later, the town is the only safe place left in the world and has expanded immensely. With the world being destroyed and the government falling, the structured rules of this town is all that the people know of. A group of clueless characters will learn the truth of this horrific dystopian world and have to discover the truth of the old world in this post-sci-fi dystopian story. Yes, guys, not only one, but two movies have been announced here at SCCon today. I'm very excited to show you all this when it's ready. I have my good friends Dan's Reviews and JK Knight helping co-write this. This is going to be a blast, guys, and I cannot wait for you to watch this. But before we head out, I also have some character bios. Naya. The bio reads, a civilian who is a believer in the headmaster's ways. She serves as the perspective of the story. Zoro. The bio reads, a soldier and loyal servant of Utopia. He carries out jobs for the headmaster. No questions asked. Woollybat. The mascot of Utopia. Once a child-friendly mascot who brought joy, turned into a god that the denizens of Utopia worship. And last, but certainly not least, the headmaster. The bio reads, "The ruler of Utopia and the self-proclaimed savior of the world. Failure in listening to his rule will result in serious consequences." And there you have it, guys. My first full-on, standalone, feature-length film. I'm super excited for y'all to find out more about this in the coming months. Stay tuned for updates on my channel, because there will be a lot of things dropping about this next year. Now, guys, that is it for my panel, but not the end for SCCon. There's still much more to show you at this event. So, I'm going to hand it off to the next panelist. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
Welcome back to SCCon, everybody. I'm your host here for the next panel for the Dan's Reviews TV panel. This one, we're going to be going over a bunch of things. We're going to be going over the World Gone Mad franchise. We're going to be going over my new series, Fly By Night, and we will cap it off with The Walking Dead rewrites. So we have a lot of things to share this year. We have a lot of things to go over. Also, I wanted to also mention that this is our second year doing this live like this, film footage for all of you guys. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the format. We definitely heard you all last year with the way everything went down, and y'all seem to really like this new format of doing the events. So for SCCon 9, we decided to come back in this format, and that is the way we're doing this. So we're going to go into a bunch of things. I have a lot of things to reveal for everybody here today, and there's a lot of things that I've been looking forward to announcing for a good long time. Now, World Gone Mad, as you may know, has been in production for a good while. We have been filming this season consistently for a good while, and we have been hard at work. There's still a lot of work to get done. There's a lot of things to get finished. There's a lot of things I want to complete for this season, and we're going to be in production for a long time. And that gives you a bit of an indication on how just big scale this season is. There is a lot of work to get finished still. But we are here to reveal some things about the upcoming season. We are here to reveal some things about the brand new season of World Gone Mad, which I'm very excited to reveal. Obviously, leaving off where we were at the end of Season 4, we had a pretty just massive way of concluding the season. You know, we had the interactions with those cannibals at the ranch. We had the death of Haley, quote-unquote, you know, where we thought that she got murdered, of course, and you know, blew up, of course. And our characters are kind of at a spot where they're thinking, okay, like, we've got nothing left, you know? Like, Dave and Ashley have to now take the group and kind of try to figure out what the best option is. And we saw some pretty big fights between Dave and Ashley, you know, decisions on how to go about leading the crew, you know, without that representation of Haley and, you know, her presence being there. The group starts to feel kind of small and they start to fall apart, you know? And obviously we got to see, you know, certain things go on, like Audrin kind of separate and go his own way after everything went down because he just felt the guilt of what he did, leading our crew to what was an absolute trap at that ranch, and he felt like it was not a good idea for him to be there anymore. So Audrin is left, and he's gone his own way, of course, and obviously we've seen him meet up with Roger, which is a very interesting thing, and we'll have to see where their journeys kind of take them separately in an entirely new journey of the franchise that you're going to be getting into here soon. Also, we have, of course, our crew that now are on the road, and for months and months on end, they traveled, you know what I mean, and they've gotten to a certain place. And Haley, who obviously was revealed to be alive, her and Billy are very much still out there. She was suffering from a lot of injuries, of course, Haley, and Billy defended her the entire time and did a lot of crazy things. And he killed, you know what I mean? He killed a lot in that second half of Season 4, and he saved his mother, you know what I mean? And it was a really insane thing to see. And obviously now, they're out there kind of just trying to survive in the best way they possibly can. and we have, our main crew that arrived at their destination, which we've been waiting to get through the entire season. We've been waiting to get to this location. We finally have now reached the point where our characters have reached Ziltramite, but not necessarily in the way that we all wanted them to reach it. It got to a degree where they got surrounded by some soldiers, and we had all of our characters that had to, of course, surrender in some way, shape, or form. Will they full-on surrender? It's a good question. That's kind of where we left everything, and obviously at the very end, we had Dave recognizing maybe somebody that he knows based off of the way he worded that. It seems like he does recognize somebody in that outfit, and somebody that is standing in front of him pointing a gun towards him, and he was pretty surprised that this person was alive. So it really kind of brings us to an interesting question to kind of lead us into this 5th season. But now that we're all caught up and we've got a little bit of a recap for the way Season 4 has ended, I want to share with you the official trailer of Season 5 of World Gone Mad. Check it out.
Well, son of a bitch. I didn't think you survived.
People come and visit here.
I warned them.
They all say the same thing. It's so peaceful. It's good, you know. Letting somebody love you.
See my brother and your sister. I don't want that to be us. Where are we going?
Somewhere I can shoot something.
You afraid to die?
All units stand by. Silverhawk approaching target.
Ziltramite will be all you fight for.
I shoot them.
Ziltramite will be the only thing you know.
Kindness.
Let's go again.
I can kill you then.
Why are you having such a difficult time trusting us? No matter the risk, no matter what you think we are.
You can't fix this.
We can assure you can trust what we are telling you. You just have to let us.
Look at me.
I have nothing to protect myself with.
Excuse me, are you lost, brother? As I live and fucking breathe. Only your greatest bartender.
So that was the official trailer for World Gone Mad Season 5A, Volume 1 of World Gone Mad Season 5. Now, if you are familiar with the way I do things, you will probably not be surprised that the release date of World Gone Mad Season 5 is going to be Halloween night. Halloween night, you're going to get the return of World Gone Mad, Season 5, Episode 1. So, I honestly am very, very happy to announce that to every single one of you. I know people have been asking for it for the entirety of the year. I've been very much keeping it a secret because I wanted to leave it as a surprise for everybody. If you know me well enough, you know I love to release around the spooky season, and, well, this year is no exception. That is exactly what we're doing. We are releasing on the spooky season, and we are going to bring the World Gone Mad franchise back in a very, very massive way to y'all on Halloween night. We are coming back with an hour and 37 minutes worth of a premiere. It is a big first episode. We have worked very hard on this one in particular. This is almost a movie in and of itself. An hour and 37 minutes, we are going to be back in the World Gone Mad world. And that is why we are releasing this episode as it is, because it is a massive episode. Plus, we don't want to take your Halloween up too much, but we're going to give you an hour and 37 minutes worth of the franchise again with this first episode. So that will be the return of World Gone Mad Season 5. I hope you guys enjoyed the trailer. Now let's go into a little bit of information, though, for what you can expect for this season. Now, we've got a few images to share with you here. We've got a few kind of images for you to see. We have Kezia here, one of our main characters of Season 5, as I've made sure to really announce in a lot of the promotion. Kezia is going to be having her biggest season yet. We are going to give Kezia a lot of stuff this season. One of the biggest things I've heard people ask about in Season 4 is, where is Kezia? What has happened with Kezia? We saw a little bit of it, but we didn't really see the big picture. What has gone on with Kezia? What has happened? You know what I mean? And we've really delved into that. Well, obviously, if you have seen some of the clips that we've released over the last few months, you will know that this season will be skipping a massive amount of time. So we are going to have to see where she's at, obviously, after this time skip, and what has happened with Kezia. What has gone on with her character, and what is she like now? What has Kezia been through? What is going on with her? There is a lot of things to explain and a lot of things to see and a lot of things that I can't really tell you right now, but Kezia will be one of the biggest perspectives this season. Unlike Season 4, she is massive in Season 5 of World Gone Mad. Now, we've also got Tom, which Tom is back, of course. Tom is in a very different state this season. Obviously, he has been separated from his family. He has been separated from everybody he loves, and he's kind of on his own, you know what I mean? So where is he at when we start this season? Where is he at when we see Tom again in Season 5? What kind of mental state are we going to be in with him when we pick up this season? All I can really tease about it is that it's a Tom that you've never seen, but still the Tom that we know. It's kind of that type of thing. There is a lot of different things with Tom that we're going to see. We're going to be seeing him get tested in a way that we've never seen before. He is at a position where he is seriously at a vulnerable spot, but we still have that Tom essence in there that we've definitely seen before. But obviously at the end of Season 4, we saw he was in a rough spot. I mean, he even blew up at his family, you know what I mean? So we're going to have to see where he's at now that he's separated from his family and where he's going to be at now, literally and mentally. So we'll have to see where that all goes. And then finally, we have our leading woman here, Haley, who Haley, of course, is trying to survive with her son, the last that we saw. So we'll have to see where this kind of opens the door for where this all starts. And well, the biggest thing I can tease and the biggest thing I can go into with this 5th season, and it's one thing that I've really been able to kind of keep hush-hush the entire time, but I can now finally reveal. If you are interested in seeing Haley's character, if you're interested in seeing where she went with Billy, she is the main character of the first episode. The episode is very much focused on Haley almost entirely. And she is our main perspective of the return of this season on Halloween night. I don't want to say too much, but this season picks up at a spot that is going to be unexpected. And all I'm going to say is that Haley is our big lead of the first episode. So make sure you know that Haley is the definite main character of the first episode. She is a huge character in the return of this. And Haley really comes in to lead us as we enter this 5th season in a really, really big way. This first episode alone is one that honestly took me months to get done, and I was very excited to get it done because I was very excited for it to turn out in the way that it did. And I really want people to experience that first episode in the way that it plays out on its own. So that's why the first episode is standing on its own on Halloween night. First episode, that's what you're getting. And then obviously the following week, we'll get episode 2. So that is the way we will be doing it this year. But it's a massive hour-and-a-half episode that you're going to be getting. So there you go there. Now, we also have a few new cast members that are going to be joining the World Gone Mad universe this season. As per usual, we have a lot of new characters going into this season. We are in a new world, a new place with Ziltramite. We are in a whole new territory, and of course, that means new characters. So I will first off start with Dominic Purcell is going to be playing a character named Dan. Dan is a very massive character in this season here. He's going to be a massive character to be playing a role. We have a lot of things for his character. He's going to be kind of an interesting one because we kind of meet him at a spot where we're kind of all in a vulnerable state, you know? And we're going to kind of see him kind of be a bit more of a, you know, interesting addition to what a lot of our main characters are going to be going through. A lot of characters see themselves in his situation, and that is really all I can say is that he's a very relatable character, and you can definitely relate to the state that he's in when you see him this season. So Dan is a very, very big new character that we're going to be introducing this season, played by the amazing Dominic Purcell. Incredible actor, and I had to get him for some of the stuff this season. Absolutely. Now, also, we have a brand new casting this season, which I've been very excited to delve into. And you may know him already as Arlo. We have Tom Hardy joining the cast this season, which you've seen a quick peek at him at the end of season 4. He is involved in the Tom storyline, and while we are seeing a little bit of what he is doing now, we are seeing a little bit of his character. He seemed to be a very big open book to Tom in the end of season 4, and in this season, we're going to see just how loyal he could be. Hopefully. And his character has a lot of different arcs this season and a lot of different storylines to go through. Tom Hardy is an incredible actor, and I definitely wanted to bring him on the role, which is a very exciting one that I was very, very excited to genuinely bring because I was very excited to kind of use Tom Hardy. He's an incredible actor, and the character of Arlo will be a massive character that you will be seeing this season. Now, the next cast member that we have joining Season 5 is going to be a brand new character played by Avery Conrad, playing Marissa. So, Marissa is going to be a very new character. We have not seen anything of her yet. She is a very unique and different character. Her storyline is one that I'm very interested in seeing y'all's perspective on. The character has a lot of perspective and a lot of different angles to her. I can't really say too much about her, but she will be a very brand new presence, and you will definitely feel her presence this season. She's a very different character, and one that I've been very excited to release and have y'all react to. Her character is very unique and very different, and that's all I'll really say about her. But there's a lot of things that you can expect. And now, obviously, we are also returning with the wonderful Walton Goggins, who is going to be playing a character named Arthur, or as you may know him as the Conductor, which the Conductor is obviously going to be a main character this season. We've already known that very much so this season. The Conductor is kind of played as kind of a guy that can kind of fix everything, and he can kind of help you if you just let him, you know what I mean? And, well, we've obviously seen our characters, some of our characters already interact with him, and he's been rather difficult to deal with, despite what he says. So, the Conductor is a character I've been very excited to kind of release to all of you guys. He's not really your typical character. He's got a lot of angles to him. He kind of makes things happen, and he's one that I'm very excited for you guys to see because Walton Goggins is an incredible actor, and the character of Arthur is really, really big. And, well, one final casting that I wanted to jump into, who you may have kind of noticed in the after credits for the trailer for World Gone Mad Season 5A, we have the man himself, J.K. Knight, who is going to be playing a character named Mr. Sunderland, who you may have seen in previous content before in World Gone Mad. He was an existing character in Season 4, and he will be voice acting the character of Mr. Sunderland because his character is actually based on his self in real life. That is his character. He is going to be literally playing a character that uses images of himself in real life. He dressed up for the character and everything. And we're going to be using his voice, his incredible acting talents this season for World Gone Mad Season 5. I was very excited to get him on board. I was very, very excited to bring him into this season. And he plays a very interesting character as Mr. Sunderland, who we know as our favorite bartender, of course, in Season 4. And I will say right now that working with him on this season has been an absolute pleasure. It has been an absolute privilege of mine to get his work in on this show. And he has absolutely nailed it with his dialogue and his lines that he has given me for this season. But he will be voice acting a character named Mr. Sunderland, and he will be a massive character to see in this 5th season of World Gone Mad. So again, credit goes out to J.K. Knight, great friend of mine, an absolutely fantastic guy to work with. I very much thank his contribution to this season. He's really added a whole new life to this show with voice acting for a character like this. Voice acting is one of the massive things with this 5th season that we're bringing into it, and his voice acting has been absolutely stellar, and I've been very, very impressed with it. So definitely show him some love. Thank you very much, J.K. Knight, for accepting this role, and you have done a fantastic job as Mr. Sunderland. I can't wait for everybody to see what you have in store for that character and what we've also cooked up ourselves for this character. It's going to be a lot of fun. And of course, I like to always shout out my co-writer and my wonderful, wonderful co-writer, Megamat1254, for just inspiring and helping out with this 5th season, because he's always a big part in this, and this is his 2nd season involved in the World Gone Mad main series, and he has added a lot of great things to this 5th season that I think you all are going to find really great. Honestly, at this point, I could never see it without him. Megamat is a fantastic writer, and he always adds so much depth and so much to his writing, and he has been a phenomenal addition to this 5th season, which you are all not ready for. I know people say that often, but I genuinely mean it. I said it was Season 4, and I'm going to say it was Season 5. You are not ready for what you're about to watch. And that is that for the World Gone Mad segment. Now let's move into The Prey Season 4. Now for the next installment of the World Gone Mad franchise, we have World Gone Mad The Prey. Now, World Gone Mad The Prey has been a massive thing this year. We've had World Gone Mad The Prey Season 3. We've also had a massive movie that has come out of it, the very first ever World Gone Mad franchise movie with The Artist and The Con Man, which released this year, which I had a lot of support on from you guys as well this year. Very much appreciated. I'm glad you guys enjoyed that installment. It was definitely very different for us to do a movie this year, but we decided that we were going to go big, you know what I mean? Go big or go home, as they say. And, well, this 3rd season wrapped up a few months back, and I know some people have been asking, where is the next season? Well, we've been hard at work on this season. We still are hard at work on this season, to tell you the truth. There's still a lot of things to get done, but we did bring you some footage, and we did bring you some pretty interesting things that I think you are going to be excited to see. So, obviously, leaving off where we left off with Season 3, our characters are at an awful spot. I mean, you know, Vel Hazer's compound has been completely compromised. We've had, you know, an assassination of literally all of her people there, as she's just had to watch with one eye because Ragnar decided to take an eye for what obviously happened to Frost at the end of Season 3. And Vel Hazer did the heroic thing. She let our characters go in return for probably what she was assuming was her life. But no, her life is being used in very much, you know, a active way. And that is one thing I can tease about Season 4, is that Vel Hazer's life is going to be used. It's, you know, that's one thing. We know Ragnar is using her for something. So we'll have to see where that all kind of goes and how that all kind of plays out. And obviously we have a lot of active things going on, you know what I mean? We have all of our characters that are kind of out there right now, and this war that is very much brewing now with Ragnar and his people. So it's going to be an interesting spot to return when we come back with Season 4, which we would like to show you the main trailer for Season 4 of World Gone Mad The Prey right now. Check it out.
If you think it is that difficult to get rid of me, Rob Johnson, you got another thing coming. You have your army, and I have mine. Don't think for one second that this isn't about something else. This is about what you did to me all those years ago. Everything from the moment we met to now. We're going to have our defenses ready. We're going to have everything we need ready. And the only thing that you're going to have to worry about is whether or not you're prepared. Rob Johnson, you seem to forget I always come prepared.
Guess you're too much of a mama's boy to take me on without your gift.
I've been prepared my whole life. The only difference is, this time, we're gonna have to choose one or the other. You or me?
So there you guys go. Very much staying in style with the way that this whole thing has gone last year. We are returning with World Gone Mad The Prey Season 4 this Christmas Eve. There you go. So we have Christmas Eve, the return of World Gone Mad The Prey with episode 1 of The Prey, season 4. I don't really want to say too much aside from it's part 32 of this installment, and obviously we'll have to see how many more seasons we get of this thing, because obviously, as you all know, it's a mystery series. We play it along as we go, and then eventually you're going to hit the end of this thing, and it's going to be just like a what? So that is the plan. I can't say what I have planned for this series, but I will say that the vision is being told, and we are reaching into our 4th season of this show. And that is all I can really say about it. But I will show you 3 exclusive images of this next season, which I'm very excited to show. We have Rob Johnson here with shorter hair and a new outfit as well. So there he is there. We also have, of course, one of our newest characters this season, which we've been very excited to have on. We have Athena, who is a new character on this show. She has been told in a very massive way, even so much in The Artist and the Con Man. We've seen a little bit of her character as well. So there she is there. And then we obviously have our man Ragnar, who is, of course, going to raise hell this season, as we can absolutely tell. So this season is going to be coming to y'all around the holiday season. I'm very excited to be releasing it to everybody. And season 4 is big, man. It's big. I mean, what can I say? We're jumping into a massive, just, eruption of storylines. You know what I mean? We're going to have to see where Valhazer goes. We're going to have to see where some of these storylines go. It's going to be a massive season, and there's going to be a lot of things for you all to see. But there you go. There is World Gone Mad The Prey, Season 4. Coming to y'all this December. Now, as for A Killer in the Making, which has been something that I know a lot of people have been asking about. A Killer in the Making is the World Gone Mad Lindsay story that we've all been waiting to see. Well, I can officially confirm that this series does have some news, and it does have some stuff I want to release to all of you. This is no longer going to be a movie, guys. The movie is canceled. The movie is done. We are releasing a limited series in 2027 for A Killer in the Making. It is going to be a massive series, and that is why we are announcing this as 2027. We have turned this movie from something that I was really excited to do into something that I am dying to get out. But in order to do that, we have to obviously make sure that it comes out correctly. There have been so many new developments with this project, from the moment it started as a small movie to a massive limited series. A Killer in the Making is going to be a massive limited series written by myself and Megamat1254, who of course helps with all of the franchise as well. So we are developing this as we speak. This is going to be a limited series. You are not going to be getting a movie. Movies of this franchise will still happen. As you saw earlier this year, we do make movies for this franchise. But A Killer in the Making, we have come to the conclusion that we are making a limited series instead. And I will say the reason why we're doing this is because it's going to allow us to make it so much bigger than an hour-and-a-half movie would genuinely allow us. You know what I mean? So it's going to be a limited series instead. We have blossomed this show from like 30% to like the frickin' 100%. It is a massive limited series, and it will only serve as one season. It's going to be one season, limited event, but it will be a massive, massive thing. A Killer in the Making is going to be following the story of Lindsay and her daughter, of course, Julia. And we're going to be seeing, of course, a lot of cameos from a lot of our favorite Viper members that we have seen over the course of the years. It has been a good while since we've seen the Vipers, and it's going to be a massive trip in 2027 when we return with them for this limited special event. But it's going to give you a perspective on what they are and what they're like. You know what I mean? And I think that's going to be a massive thing. So, We do have an art to show for the limited series of Killer and the Making, and that is going to be releasing to y'all in 2027. There's going to be a lot of news as we get into filming next year. That's right, we're going to be getting into filming next year, and filming next year is going to be massive. It's going to be starting from scratch. This series is going to be getting an entire just revamp of what it originally was, and that's why it's turning into a series. We have decided to make it a massive thing, a rebrand completely, and A Killer in the Making will be releasing in 2027. That is the goal that we have, to bring the Vipers back one more time in 2027 to get the full vision of their story and their perspective, which there is a massive reason why we are airing that in 2027 for the sake of the franchise, but we don't want to say too much of why it's going to be that year specifically. You will all see when that happens. World Gone Mad, A Killer in the Making is going to be a massive miniseries that I'm very excited to release to everybody. So stay tuned for that. It is a series, guys. It is no longer a movie. It is going to be a massive limited series with multiple episodes with a lot of stuff going on. And obviously, the thing is that it's not going to be any kind of a downgrade from this massive production movie, because there is no budget for what we do at SC Entertainment. This massive scale movie that I had is going to be turned into multiple episodes, and it's going to be massive scale just like the movie was going to be, except now it's a full-on series you can watch at SC Entertainment and on Dan's Reviews TV. So there you go, Killer in the Making, a limited series. There you have it. Now, with all that incredible news, of course, with the brand new series with A Killer in the Making, we also have The Prey Season 4 coming up this holiday season, and the return of the big series, of course, coming up on Halloween nights. We have one more thing to show you. So there is a small little look at our brand new miniseries, just like The Prey, but with two of our favorites, Roger and Audryn, in the new series Lonely Roads, releasing in 2026. There is a small look at this series, very small. We are very early into development with that series still, but we wanted to give you a little bit of footage for some of the stuff that you can kind of expect coming up next year when you do eventually see that show. It's going to be a massive series, and I can say that it's going to be crazy, because this is, again, a series like The Prey, where you're going to get these small little episodes, and you're going to get a lot of stuff going on in each one, and it's going to be a very fun little adventure that we take with these characters. And I would love to say more, but I can't say too much. But we are going to a very different place, literally, too, you know, mentally and literally. If you see some of the scenery and you see some of the looks of kind of what you can almost see in that teaser, you may get a bit of an indication on where we may be potentially going. So there you go. But anyway, that is our massive World Gone Mad segment this year. Enjoy the franchise. There's lots coming. I've been cooking this entire year, y'all, for the return in, of course, October, the return this winter with The Prey. We have a brand new series with A Killer in the Making, which is a brand new limited series now, and Lonely Roads in its early development. Thank you all for tuning in, and now let's move on to the brand new segment with a brand new series, Fly By Night. Now to move on to our next segment, we have Fly By Night. So, Fly By Night is a brand new series to the SC Entertainment that I just started releasing on the Dan's Reviews TV this year, and it has been a massive success from all of you guys, so I want to first and foremost say thank you to all of your support that you've given this brand new show. There are 3 episodes out right now, and well, there's going to be more information dropping as of right now. We are delving into another 3 episodes coming up this fall. We have 3 more episodes of Fly By Night Season 1. I've divided this season into 2 little parts, and it is giving you a, first impression of the show and giving you an idea of what you can expect. So, obviously, where we left off with the first half, we had the introduction of Paulie, the Don of the Pirellos, as he has murdered Harold's real father, his blood father, right? His real one. And he murdered him in a very just real and insane way. And obviously we saw Caroline have to die in order to give birth to their brand new child, who Alyssa obviously helped, bring into the world, right? Which was awesome. And obviously, we've kind of had a bit of a revelation at the end there that Alyssa has a knife with a spiral on it. So we're going to have to see where all these storylines kind of go when we pick everything up. But a lot of things are happening. Lots of things are kind of going on. And we've got 3 more episodes to see. So why don't we have a look and get a bit of an idea of what we're going into? So check this out.
Only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love.
The world ain't set up for the honest man to succeed.
Do you like role play, Todd? Good.
The world ain't built for guys like us. That's why we gotta take whatever we decide is ours. Trust me, it's just the beginning.
He is behind this.
Not that I'm complaining. I'll be running the whole damn trade.
What is it you're really after, Oz?
There's a storm coming.
We don't need to go to war.
Now hand him over.
They're gonna tell stories about us one day. Our names are gonna live forever.
All right, so that is a massive little teaser trailer for the next 3 episodes for Fly By Night Season 1. I'm very excited to be releasing the next 3 episodes to you guys this September. And September, we're going to be getting back into it, and that's going to be a really, really fun time. And I'm very excited because, obviously, I mean, Fly By Night is not a series that I expected anybody to enjoy. Admittedly, when I started this series, I kind of thought, I was like, man, this could either go one of 2 ways. Either this is going to be really well received, or this is going to be awful, and this doesn't go well. So your support on a series of mine like this has honestly been absolutely incredible, and I have not released a new show since 2021, you know what I mean? So it was a massive stepping out of my comfort zone to make this show finally happen. So I'm glad that y'all have welcomed it in the way that you have. It has been absolutely incredible. So to kind of go into that, of course, I want to share a little bit of information for the next 3 episodes. So we do have the episode titles for the next 3 episodes of Fly By Night, so we'll go over those now. Fly By Night Season 1, Episode 4, Overcome Corruption. Synopsis: the truth is revealed. Alyssa struggles to keep her head up. Harold's life shatters. Episode 105, Justice for All. And the finale, 106, Let Them Think You're Losing. So there is a look at the titles and the synopsis for Episode 4 of Fly By Night. Episode 4 has a synopsis. The other 2 we're going to be saving, of course, for when that time comes. But we are very excited to release the final 3 episodes of Season 1 to all of you guys. And, well, before we go, because of you guys supporting this show as much as you have, and because of your continuing just theories, speculation, interest, views on the show, reviews, reactions, it is with great pleasure for me to announce Fly By Night will be returning for a Season 2 in late 2026. Fly By Night will be back, and Season 2 is officially getting renewed. Your support on this series is genuinely what made this happen. If this didn't get supported, I would have never done this. But I had to bring the show back for a Season 2. Your support has been overwhelming, and your passion, theories. I had to do it. So, there it is, guys. For all the people that have been wondering, Fly By Night will be back with Season 2 in late 2026, and we will be continuing the story of the Casher family in Season 2. I can't really say anything of really what that means. I can't really go into any detail because you still have to see 1B. But know this, these are not the final 3 episodes. We are getting more. There will be a Season 2 happening, and it will be going into production next year. So, that is that. Thank you all for, of course, watching. Thank you all for checking out the new series and giving me a chance to give you a brand new show. And, well, one final thing. After the panel and after the event, make sure to watch the Season 8 finale of The Walking Dead Rewrites. The Walking Dead Rewrites will be returning for its Season 8 finale. Make sure to stay tuned for that. Make sure to, of course, go ahead and check that out once you get a chance to see it after the event. And stay tuned for some more information after the finale releases. Thank you for your patience on The Walking Dead Rewrites, everybody. Walking Dead Rewrites is coming back tonight, and you guys will be able to see the final episode of Season 8, finally, after all these years. So, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for tuning into the Dan's Reviews TV panel, and now I will carry on over to our next panelist.
Well, I bet no one was expecting that, huh? Well, guys, yeah, a new show is coming to SE Entertainment after what you've just seen. I'm just gonna get right into it. A new superpower slash superhero theme show is coming to you at SE Entertainment, and it is directed by me, Christ Knight, and my good friend Megamat1254.
Happy to be a part of the project, man. The things
Hell
you've
yeah.
told me about this show, yeah, you guys ain't ready for this. This is gonna be insane.
So I've had this superpower, like superhero concept idea, like in my head for since I joined the Corps basically, and even before that, and I've always wanted to try and get it into I've always wanted to try and make it a part of SC, and I figured now now's the best time to do it because why? Well, two reasons. One, there hasn't really been many superhero focused shows on SC, so I'm thinking why not think outside the box and try and make something that new viewers can see a new genre of something else in SC, and that I think that would be pretty cool. And secondly, it is filmed on none other than Roblox, which is a completely different filming format than what you guys have obviously seen, and which I'm excited for you all to see some of the stuff we filmed on it. I'm hoping you all will like it. But the work that we've done so far with filming on it It's been really good, and well, yeah. I think now, like, I'm just gonna head right into it and just explain what the series is to you guys. So let's move on with Supernova, the season 1 synopsis. So, Supernova season 1 synopsis: after strange crystal sightings hit Earth, killing millions, a depressed loner named Ralph Bastion has to come to terms with what's happened and try and sort out his life. Little does he know, it all unfolds for him as strangely everyone gains powers. Now, Ralph has to accept his abilities for the better of the people around him and to become a true hero. Will he be able to? And, well, that's all I'm going to leave you on with that. So, yeah, you guys can obviously like think on that. And what does it mean if like he's going to have to come to terms with abilities, and how did he strangely get these powers? What are these crystal signs? We'll have to see, obviously. And yeah, so as you guys can see as well, like obviously what's on the screen after like the synopsis is the main key art showing all the characters, all the designs and stuff, and all the poses and stuff are the like I obviously designed all of them to the best of my abilities, so I'm hoping you guys all like it. And well, yeah, next up we're gonna be talking about the characters, the main cast of the series, which I'm really excited to get into. So we'll first start off with the main character, Ralph Bastion. So as you can see, Ralph in this pose, he's got some blood on him. Doesn't look to be doing too good. And that strange aura around him, what is that? Who knows? But yeah, Ralph, and this is all I can really say about him. He's not a happy person. He's a very like depressed, not very like he's very isolated in the world. He doesn't really know like his place. He's very lost, and that's all I can leave you on. Why he's like this, stemming from the synopsis, of course. Why he's like that, I mean, we'll have to see. And I'm excited for you guys to see who he is, his goals, the type of main character he is. I put a lot of effort into writing him, and a lot of concepts and ideas that me and Matt came up with for him have been so sick, and I'm excited for you to see what he becomes in the series. So next up, we have Seth Locken. And now Seth, he's a very like coordinator for Ralph, and he's actually Ralph's best friend. And he's quite a like a happy-go-lucky person. He's very like what's the word for it? Optimistic. He's optimistic about his views and his ideals and such, and he always wants what's best for the people around him. And he is, of course, Ralph's best friend, so he's trying to like help him get out of whatever darkness that Ralph is surrounded by. So yeah, that's Seth. I'm excited to see for you guys to see what we've got in store for him. And next up, we have our other main character, which is Seamus Ralston, who is actually is much older than the rest of the cast, and yeah, judging from what you guys can see here, all I'll say about him is he is a detective. Now, why is he a detective? What's his goals being a detective? What is all this around him on this poster? I'm not going to say, of course. But all I will say about Seamus is he's very calculated, strategic, and he's very action-packed. And I'll leave you off of that. But again, the ideas that we've came up for him, for his writing and such, I'm so excited for you guys to see what's in store. And I can't wait to show it off. Next up, we have Amelia Deluva, who is well, as you can see, she's obviously got a bunch of butterflies around her. She's very how do I say it? She's quite on the edgy side of things. But all I can say about her is that she's kind of like Ralph in a way, where she's quite distant and she's very like isolated in the world. And I'll say this: her and Ralph have very parallel themes, if you will. Where I'll leave you with that. But of course, like there's a lot of stuff that we've came up for her, and I'm excited for you guys to see what's in store. Next up, we have Mason Hendricks, which he's a very he's a very chill person, as you can see from the obviously the key art and such. He's of course, like he's very how do I say it? He's quite sociable. He's quite like relaxed and stuff. But also will say this, he has a relationship with one of the other characters, and his demeanor and his tone is very different with them compared to others. And the arc he goes through is very, very much a very like, it's quite relatable, if I may add, and I'm pretty sure some of you will will watch the series will know why that is. So next up, the person that he is in a relationship with is Cynthia Everly. Now, Cynthia is Mason's ex-girlfriend. I won't say anything more than that, but she has a very like athletic energy to her. She's very like up and determined. But of course, her demeanor and tone changes with Mason. Now, do they hate each other? Maybe. Or did they just fall out on good or bad terms? Who knows? But those two characters, Mason and Cynthia, have a very, very straightforward like arc with each other. And I'm excited for you to see. And again, for some watching, she might be a very relatable character to some people. And I'm excited for you guys to see where she goes, and where just her and Mason go in general with their dynamic. Next up, we have Vesper Nava. Now, what I can say about Vesper is, first off, very pink coded. Second off, he is sort of the comfort character for the most of the cast. He's the most positive. I'd say he's the most like, whenever something bad happens or whenever someone's in a bad situation, stressful situation, he's always there to be the brotherly like sibling figure for the people around him. But that's not just all he is, because there's parts of him that he has to lock away in order to be that person, because there's stuff that has happened to him that he can't like disclose out to others because it's very traumatic for him, and that's all I'll leave you on with that. But I mean, like with everyone else, there's always a story to tell, and I'm excited for y'all to see who he is. And last but not least, we have Fraser Northwood. Now, as you can see from the key art, he is a very much a gangster-looking person. He's very like, he's outwardly, and he looks not to be a very nice person, if you know what I mean. Now, what can I say about Fraser? Well, he's a very like, he's much of a douchebag. Basically, he's quite rough and aggressive, and he's quite a bully, is what I'll say. But that's not all his character is. There's a reason for it all, as for every one of these characters goes, and Fraser especially is actually one of my favorite concepts I've came up with, and this why he is what he is, and what like he becomes later in the series, and just like his. I'll say another thing. The last thing I'll say about him is like, just when you see him in the series, you'll notice like, oh god, this guy is very not yeah, he's fucked. But I'll leave you off of that. That is yeah. And then yeah, that's the main cast. That's all of them. Yeah. So back to the key art, of course, the beautiful key art. Well, guys, you've seen the opening, you've seen the synopsis, and you've seen the main cast. That is about all we have to show you for this panel. But fear not, because Supernova, I'll say this, it will be coming sometime in 2026. Yes, you've heard it here, in 2026. And I'll even go as far as to say I feel early 2026. Near to mid, but sometime around then. And there'll be more updates around the series, more like stuff coming out for it. And I'm super excited for you guys to see what we've got in store. This is the first show that I'm writing for SE Entertainment alongside Matt, of course, and I'm just so excited for you guys to see the work and the effort that we've put into it. And yeah, that's about all I've got to say for that. And I've also, well, one last thing. There are some drawings being made of some of the characters, but they're sketched for now. But once they're fully drawn, they will be shown out to everyone. So keep that in mind for soon. Well, that's my piece. Matt, do you want to say anything?
Absolutely. All I will say is, yep, all this stuff you saw here today, we've only just begun to scratch the surface. If you think you know what's going to happen in this show, you don't. This is a very different kind of story with very unique characters and very, very awesome plot points. and I'm very excited for y'all to check it out. This is gonna be one of SC's best, and I can promise you all that right now.
Well, guys, thank you for tuning into the panel, and for all of y'all who have tuned in and are excited, I am very grateful for all of you, and, well, that's about it.
Oh, and one last thing before we go. Take a look at this. And that is going to do it for this year's SCCon, guys. We've had tons of reveals, tons of new looks at all of your favorite shows from SC Entertainment, plus a staggering amount of new IPs revealed at this event. I hope you guys all enjoyed the panelists, including first-time solo panelist J.K. Knight. Want to give a good round of applause for him coming out here, bringing his own show to the event. And yeah, guys, that is going to do it for SCCon 9. Stay tuned for more updates over the coming months for all your favorite SC Entertainment products. And we will see you guys this time next year for SCCon 10, the biggest SCCon to come. Thank you all for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next one.